ain't nothing that's gonna take over. Shit, know when they gonna take it, but I grab it, I'ma have it. I've been cut on my habits, so I gotta do it, man. I tell them the madness, cause I be really put it, man. I want my status. Damn, they gonna see that I do this, they gonna see that I did this though. Now they say, oh shit, I can't do the same when you kidding, bro. Cause I spend my time just working, but I spend my time just grinding. But I spend my time in the studio with these lyrics, just combining. Just fortune all these diamonds, cause I made it from far. And nobody believed it, but I showed them what I was. It's sure.
The all-new Splash Phoenix is a high-performance street machine packed with power, speed, and premium features that make it a serious contender in the mid-range scooter market. With dual motors peaking at 1300 watts each, a top speed of 37.5 miles per hour, and aggressive acceleration that can go from 0 to 25 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds, this scooter delivers a thrilling ride while still maintaining control and stability at high speeds. The patented dual spring suspension system also keeps things plush and smooth, whether you're carving through city streets or taking a detour on hard-packed dirt trails. Designed primarily as an urban street racer, the Phoenix still holds its own on light off-road terrain, though a set of knobby tires would improve traction at higher speeds. The wide 27-inch handlebars, spacious deck, and well-implemented electronic braking system make for an incredibly comfortable and confidence-inspiring ride, while the RGB lighting and bright LED display ensure visibility and safety in traffic. One of the coolest design features of the Splash Phoenix is its customizable color plates, allowing riders to swap between red and silver for a fresh look. But if that's not enough customization for you, the scooter's design also makes it easy to spray paint for a completely unique aesthetic. That's exactly what I'm planning to do, bringing out some serious high-tech finish that'll make this ride truly one of a kind. Beyond its looks, the Phoenix is built to last and take a beating. The main chassis is constructed from 6061 aviation-grade aluminum alloy, the same material used in aircraft and high-performance vehicles. This means it's not just lightweight, but also incredibly durable, capable of withstanding the demands of high-speed riding, rough terrain, and hard impacts. Whether you're hitting the city streets with its customization potential and rock-solid build quality, the Splash Phoenix isn't just about performance, it's also about personal expression. Whether you stick with the factory colors or go all in on a custom paint job, this scooter is built to stand out. The Splash Phoenix is here to shake things up in the high-performance electric scooter market, packing a serious punch with dual brushless motors that pump out 1000 watts of nominal power and 1300 watts peak power. Whether you're looking for quick takeoffs at the lights or enough torque to tackle steep inclines, this setup delivers a thrilling ride that puts many competitors to shame. And let's talk about speed, because this beast doesn't hold back. With a top speed of 37.5 miles per hour, the Phoenix is more than just a commuter. It's a full-on adrenaline rush on two wheels. And if you want to see what it's really capable of, the free spin speed hits 47 miles per hour, showcasing the raw potential of these high-performance motors. Fueling this performance machine is a 52-volt, 18.2 amp-hour battery built for endurance and reliability. That means fewer stops to charge and more time ripping through the streets, carving through bike lanes, and conquering long stretches of road. Whether you're commuting, joyriding, or testing the limits on an open stretch, the battery delivers solid range and sustained power output, so you're never left stranded. The torque and acceleration of the Splash Phoenix are seriously impressive for a scooter in its price range. When riding in dual drive mode at the highest speed setting, the acceleration is so intense that you actually have to lean forward over the handlebars to counterbalance the force. Even then, the front wheel has a tendency to lift slightly off the ground, showcasing just how much power this scooter is packing. It delivers the kind of launch that few scooters in this category can match, making every takeoff feel exhilarating. If you really want to unlock the full potential of the Phoenix, I highly recommend going into the settings menu and increasing the motor acceleration power from the default setting of 1 to 2. This enables maximum acceleration mode, unleashing the scooter's highest torque output and making the ride feel even more aggressive. It's a game changer for anyone who loves punchy, responsive acceleration right off the line. One of the best quality of life features of the Phoenix is that it remembers your drive mode selection. Unlike many other dual motor scooters where you have to manually enable dual drive mode every single time you turn the scooter on, the Phoenix keeps your last setting even after powering down. This simple but thoughtful design choice fixes one of the most annoying quirks of dual motor scooters and makes it much more convenient for riders who prefer to stay in dual drive mode at all times. And here's a fun bonus. The SPLACH Phoenix comes straight out of the box with no speed limiter. That means you can hit top speeds right from the start without needing to unlock or tweak any settings. Many scooters require a firmware adjustment or secret code to remove factory-imposed speed limits, but SPLACH lets you experience the full power of the Phoenix from day one. When it comes to braking, the SPLACH Phoenix features an EABS, or electronic braking system, that, unlike some other scooters, cannot be fully turned off unless you physically unplug the electric wire. However, you do have the option to adjust its strength, with 5 different levels to fine-tune its responsiveness. Personally, I find that setting the electronic braking to its lowest level provides the most natural and intuitive experience. Unlike many other scooters, where even the softest EABS settings still feel overly aggressive and jerky, the Phoenix's electronic braking is smooth, well integrated, and doesn't interfere with the ride at any speed level. It engages just enough to provide additional stopping power without feeling jarring, which is a huge improvement over the harsh, overly sensitive e-brakes found on some competitors. For the first time ever, I actually chose not to completely disable the EABS. Normally, I prefer to rely solely on mechanical disc brakes to control my stops, but SPLACH has done an exceptional job fine-tuning the system. The braking feels predictable, balanced, and confidence-inspiring, whether you're riding at low speeds or full throttle. If you've ever been frustrated with overly aggressive electronic braking on other scooters, you'll be pleasantly surprised by how well the Phoenix handles it. One of the top standout aspects of the SPLACH Phoenix is its turning and carving performance. The dual suspension and the 10-inch pneumatic tires help make this one of the most responsive scooters I've ever tested. Whether you're making sharp low-speed turns or high-speed sweeping carves, this scooter delivers a ride that feels both responsive and controlled. Despite its 72-pound weight, it's surprisingly nimble and agile, handling tight corners and fast leans with ease. At speeds above 30 miles per hour, the Phoenix remains exceptionally stable. The wide deck, solid street tires, and well-balanced weight distribution make it feel stable yet playful, allowing riders to really dig into their turns. That said, I personally think it could carve even sharper if the deck sat a bit lower, bringing the center of gravity closer to the ground. But considering how high it sits, it still performs impressively well. The SPLACH Phoenix delivers an incredibly refined ride quality thanks to its combination of large 10-inch pneumatic street tires and a patented parallel dual spring suspension system. This scooter keeps things stable, plush, and confidence-inspiring no matter where you are. The Phoenix's unique suspension system features 2 parallel springs on both the front and rear, creating a balanced force distribution during turns and absorbing road imperfections with ease. Even with double springs on each end, for a total of 4 suspension springs, the ride remains extremely plush and responsive without feeling overly stiff or bouncy. On paved roads, the Phoenix excels in stability, even when pushing the maximum speed. The combination of its suspension and large pneumatic tires works together to dampen vibrations and absorb the impact of small rocks, cracks, and uneven pavement. Instead of feeling every bump in the road, the suspension smooths everything out, delivering a ride that feels premium and controlled. Whether you're cruising through city streets or riding at full throttle, the Phoenix remains planted and predictable, giving riders the confidence to push their limits. I do feel the front suspension is a little too plush when hard braking. The springs are unfortunately not adjustable, so the rider has to adjust to the preset suspension's rebound and compression rather than setting it to their exact liking. Looking at the spring, I'm sure you can swap them if you are mechanically skilled, but there is just no way to adjust the tension of the springs. Now, this is my nitpick. I would still get this scooter in a heartbeat with no regrets because it still rides so extremely well. While the Splash Phoenix is primarily designed for urban riding, it still manages to hold its own on hard-packed dirt trails and grassy fields. Thanks to its plush suspension system, the ride remains comfortable and controlled, even when rolling over rougher terrain. On flat, compact dirt, the Phoenix can easily push past 20 miles per hour, handling straight-line off-road riding surprisingly well. However, at those speeds, the stock street tires start to show their limitations, especially when cornering on loose surfaces. While they provide decent grip for what they are, they're clearly optimized for paved roads rather than aggressive off-road use. A set of knobby off-road tires would make a huge difference in both traction and control. From all of this, it's clear that the Phoenix is built as a street racer first, engineered for high-speed urban performance with exceptional road handling. That said, it's also not afraid to dip its toes into off-road terrain when needed. While it won't replace a dedicated off-road scooter, its capable suspension and solid power delivery make it more than ready to take on the occasional dirt trail or grass field without breaking a sweat. At 37 miles per hour, the Splash Phoenix feels more than capable of keeping up with traffic in urban and suburban areas where speed limits typically range between 30 to 40 miles per hour. In these environments, it flows smoothly with the pace of cars, making it a practical choice for city commuting with real traffic. However, if you try to ride at full speed in a faster 45 mile per hour zone, you might start to feel the pressure from faster moving vehicles. While the scooter has impressive speed for an electric ride, it's still not quite at the level of a motorcycle, and some drivers may get frustrated if you're holding up traffic. Choosing routes with lower speed limits or utilizing bike lanes where available can make for a safer and more enjoyable ride, as I tend to avoid main streets with faster traffic when traveling on scooters. One thing worth noting is that the Phoenix does not come with rearview mirrors in the box, so you'll need to get your own if you want proper visibility of what's behind you. Whether it's handlebar mirrors for a fixed view, helmet mirrors for an always inside option, wrist mounted mirrors for flexibility, or even a high-tech heads-up display camera system, having a way to check your blind spots is essential, especially when riding at higher speeds in mixed traffic. While this isn't necessarily a deal breaker, having a proper rear view solution will significantly improve your situational awareness and overall safety on the road. The Splash Phoenix features a spacious deck measuring 7.5 inches wide and 21 inches long, and if you include the Kicktail, it extends to 23 inches. This provides plenty of room to comfortably position both feet, no matter your riding stance. Whether you prefer a sideways stance for stability or a forward stance for aggressive riding, the Phoenix's deck accommodates it all. One of my favorite aspects of this deck is its comically large neck area, which allows riders to adopt a more aggressive riding posture when leaning into turns or carving. This extra space up front makes maneuvering feel natural and controlled, especially when shifting your weight for balance at high speeds. For traction, the Phoenix comes equipped with a black rubber pedal mat, which provides excellent lateral grip and ensures your feet stay locked in place, even when carving hard or riding over uneven terrain. The deck's high clearance is another standout feature. Without any weight on the scooter, it sits 7 inches above the ground, which is incredibly generous for a street-focused scooter. This extra clearance not only helps prevent scraping on curbs and obstacles, but also makes the Phoenix surprisingly capable on light off-road terrain, handling bumps and uneven surfaces with ease. The Splash Phoenix doesn't just light up the road, it lights up everything. Packed with LEDs to the max, this scooter is pretty much a rolling light show if you want it that way, but in a way that's actually functional and useful rather than just for aesthetics. Let's start with the front light. It's not just bright, it throws far and the angle can be adjustable, ensuring you get maximum visibility no matter where you're riding. Also included are 2 additional auxiliary front lights. These are not super bright, but definitely help other oncoming traffic, identifying you from far away. Whether you're cruising through dark city streets or riding through dimly lit trails, these front cut through the darkness and keep the path ahead crystal clear. At the back, there's a blazing bright rear light that not only stays visible at night, but also flashes to increase visibility during the day when the brake lever is pulled. Many scooters struggle with rear visibility in bright sunlight, but the Phoenix ensures you're seen from a distance, a major plus for safety-conscious riders. Now, let's talk about turn turn signals. One of the biggest issues with scooters is poorly integrated turn signals that blend in with other lights, making them hard to distinguish or too close to the body. The Phoenix fixes this by separating the turn signals from the auxiliary front and rear lights, making them way easier to see. This small but crucial design choice means drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians around you can clearly recognize when you're turning, which massively improves safety in traffic. And as a bonus, the red rear auxiliary lights also help boost overall visibility of you and the Phoenix, making sure you're always noticeable on the road. Of course, the Phoenix wouldn't be complete without some RGB side ambient lighting, because why not? The side LEDs can be customized to any color you want, adding an extra flare to your ride. That said, they're not particularly visible during the day, and changing them requires a separate app. So I just pick a random color and leave it as is. But at night, they give the scooter that futuristic, high-tech look that makes it stand out in the best way possible. While the main chassis of the Splash Phoenix is crafted from 6061 aviation-grade aluminum, the folding bar takes durability to the next level by using reinforced 6082 aluminum, a stronger, more durable, expensive alloy. This upgrade isn't just for show. It adds extra strength and rigidity where it matters most, ensuring a safer and more stable ride, especially when hitting higher speeds or tackling rough terrain. When it comes to folding and portability, the Phoenix features a patented locking mechanism that makes it super easy and quick to access, lock, and unlock. Whether you're folding it up for storage, tossing it in the back of a car, or carrying it into an office, the mechanism is quick and hassle-free. No complicated screws or tricky levers to wrestle with. That being said, this isn't your average lightweight commuter scooter. At 72 pounds, the Splash Phoenix is a heavy hitter, literally. While that extra weight adds to its stability and durability, it's something to keep in mind if you plan on carrying it upstairs or lifting it frequently. But when you're trading portability for power, speed, and rock-solid construction, it's a trade-off many riders, yours truly included, are more than happy to make. The Splash Phoenix features a wide handlebar design, measuring 27 inches across, which significantly enhances control and stability. Whether you're navigating tight turns or simply holding the scooter steady at high speeds, the extra width provides superior leverage, making the ride feel more planted and responsive, because of leverage. The handlebar height sits at 40 inches from the deck, and while it cannot be adjusted, it feels just right for my height at 5 feet 9 inches or 175 centimeters. The position is comfortable for everyday riding, but I do wish there was an option to lower it at times, especially for a more aggressive forward-leaning stance when accelerating hard. A slightly lower bar would make it easier to shift my weight forward, improving traction and countering the forces of delta phi during rapid acceleration. One feature I've really come to appreciate is the simple yet effective palm rest on the grips. More and more scooters are beginning to include extended palm support, and while I didn't think much of it when I first started riding, now I can't live without it. This design helps evenly distribute pressure across the hands, reducing fatigue on longer rides and making for a much more comfortable grip during long rides. The throttle design, however, is a bit unconventional. Instead of curving forward as you push the accelerator, it moves strictly up and down in a vertical motion. At first, it feels a little different, but after a few minutes, it becomes second nature. Functionally, it performs just as well as traditional throttle designs, so there's no need to relearn how to use the throttle, though I personally would have preferred a throttle that wraps around the handlebar for a more ergonomic feel. That being said, once you get used to it, it works just fine and delivers smooth acceleration without issue. The dashboard on the Splash Phoenix features a bright color LED display that remains easily visible even in direct sunlight. It provides just the right amount of information, keeping the interface clean and intuitive without unnecessary clutter. Navigating through the settings is simple. Just hold the plus and minus buttons together to enter the customization menu. I won't go through every setting, but there are a few key ones that you might want to tweak. P03 controls the standby time, which can be set up to 60 minutes, allowing you to prevent unnecessary auto shutoff. P05 is for zero start, meaning you'll need to give the scooter a small push before the throttle engages. This is highly recommended for beginners to avoid accidental full throttle takeoffs into a wall or worse. P07 adjusts the electronic braking strength, and I personally set it to 1, the weakest setting, because the disc brakes provide more than enough stopping power on their own, and auto braking whenever I left off the throttle just throws me off no matter how hard I try to get used to it. I would only use Region e-brakes if it has a separate lever like my Teleria MX5, otherwise it's an automatic turn-off for me. P09 and P10 allow you to adjust the front and rear motor strength from the default level 1 to the maximum level 2, which is great if you want to increase acceleration for a more aggressive and thrilling ride. When it comes to power, the Phoenix allows you to switch between dual motor and rear wheel drive. You can enable or disable dual wheel drive, but it doesn't seem to support front wheel drive only. If you prefer a balance between power and efficiency, rear wheel drive mode can help conserve battery. But for maximum performance and acceleration, dual motor mode is the way to go. Turning the lights on and off is as simple as holding the plus button for 3 seconds. The big plus and minus buttons also let you switch between 3 speed modes, making it easy to adjust your riding style on the go. One neat addition is the USB-C port, allowing you to charge devices on the go. Splash even offers a new motorized phone holder, which not only secures your phone, but also automatically extends and retracts to securely grip your mobile device while wirelessly charging it. It's a perfect match for the Phoenix and works well with other scooters too, as long as they have a USB outlet. If you're interested, check out the link below to grab one. It's a game changer for anyone who likes to navigate or charge their ride while on the go. The Splash Phoenix has a hidden Airtag holder, and its exact location isn't immediately obvious, which is pretty useful if you leave your scooter outside or out of sight for an extended period of time. The kickstand on the Splash Phoenix could definitely be a bit larger and more aggressive, considering the power and size of the scooter. For a machine that boasts such impressive torque and acceleration, the kickstand feels a little undersized, making it seem slightly out of proportion compared to the rest of the scooter's rugged and performance-oriented build. That said, it's actually super convenient as a grab handle for lifting and maneuvering the scooter when needed. In fact, I think the Kicktail was designed as a handle first, given that the Phoenix weighs 72 pounds. Having a solid point to grab when repositioning the scooter is definitely a plus. This is more of a small nitpick than a deal breaker, but I do wish Splash offered some kind of add-on for the Kicktail that would allow users to adjust its height based on their preference. A customizable extension could provide more ergonomic options for different riders, making it easier to leverage the Kicktail for control. The Splash Phoenix comes with a claimed range of 40 miles, but as with most electric scooters, real-world performance varies based on riding conditions. Under ideal circumstances, moderate speeds, single motor mode, and efficient riding techniques, hitting close to the advertised range is possible. However, in real-world high-performance riding, the numbers are different. In my testing, with dual drive mode engaged, the highest speed setting, max motor power output, and near freezing temperatures, close to 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, I was able to get around 20 miles of actual range while putting the scooter through the absolute top end of the performance spectrum. And honestly, that's pretty impressive considering the power output and demanding conditions. Cold temperatures alone can drastically impact lithium battery performance, so seeing half of the claimed range while pushing the scooter to its limits is actually a solid result. Charging the Splash Phoenix takes a long 9+ hours with the included 2 amp charger, which is pretty standard for scooters in this class. The Phoenix uses a 52-volt 18.2 amp hour battery, and since it's paired with a 2 amp charger, the total charge time realistically stretches beyond 9 hours, especially when factoring in battery management system protections that slow down charging as the battery approaches full capacity. While this slow charging speed is common in the industry, it does mean that charging charging overnight or during a full workday, including lunch, is necessary if you want to go from empty to full in one session. For riders who need a quicker turnaround, a faster charger, if available, would be a worthwhile upgrade, cutting charging time significantly. Otherwise, planning for top-up charges throughout the day can help keep the Fenix ready to ride without the long wait. Splash Team did tell me their battery pack can charge up to 5 amps, which can cut charging speed down to 3.5 hours. But they do not sell a 5 amp fast charger. The Splash Fenix is one of the most powerful, well-balanced, premium quality electric scooter in the $1,200 class that delivers a powerful ride while still offering comfort, control, and unique design. With its blazing dual motor acceleration, smooth double spring suspensions, and customizable performance settings, it's built for riders who want speed and agility without sacrificing ride quality. While the 9-hour charge time and lack of stock rear-view mirrors are minor drawbacks, the Fenix makes up for it with its high-speed capabilities, solid range, and smart design choices. If you are looking for a high-performance e-scooter that also looks amazing, the Fenix is perhaps the only choice in the $1,200 lineup. Are there other scooters around this price range? Sure, but they either look like a metal lunchbox on sticks or a cheap bird rental scooter. If you want the best price, best looking scooter, and with the power, the Splash Fenix is the only that fits this bill. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth EV content, reviews, and riding tips. Ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Set for life, yeah, ain't nothing that's gonna take over. She know when they gonna take it, but I grab it, I'ma have it. I've been cut to my habit, so I gotta do it, man.